What's up, ladies and gentlemen, back again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a review on Stephen King's Golden Years. Now, Stephen King's Golden Years is a 7-part miniseries that aired in 1991, and it's about an elderly janitor that gets caught up in an accidental government explosion. And after that happens, the janitor by the name of Harlan Williams gains age reversing powers. Now, the cast of this movie is very sparse, to say the least. There's only 2 actors that are recognized throughout the whole thing, while all these other actors I'd never seen before or never recognized. So there was Ed Lautner and R.D. Call. Those are like the only 2 names I recognized. And then there was this other actress named Felicity Huffman, who quite resembles the actress from the X-Files. For a minute, I thought that was the actress that played Dana Scully from the X-Files, but then I had to look up the casting, and no, it's a completely, entirely different actress. But she does share similar qualities and the look and aesthetic to the actress that played Dana Scully in the X-Files. I think her name was Gillian Anderson is the name of the actress, I believe. But yeah, this is a 7-part miniseries, and it's pretty much a forgotten series. Like, I've seen plenty of Stephen King live action, miniseries and TV movies, as well as the stuff that you see on the big screen. And I never heard of this one before. I never heard of Stephen King's The Golden Years. So, I checked out the trailer, and, it's available on this, DVD box set, the Stephen King movie and TV collection, along with some more recognizable titles in there. But no, Stephen King's The Golden Years. It lacks in star power, and well, for the most part, it has a good premise, which I give you that. A elderly janitor gets hit by a government explosion, and from that government lab explosion he gains reverse aging powers, which I thought that was pretty cool. But they really don't do anything with it. There's like 7 episodes, and on here they brought it down to like 2 DVDs, disc 1 and disc 2. So they basically I think each DVD is like, I think, 2 hours long. I think it's like they turn it into like a 3 or 4 hour movie when they repurposed it in DVD form. I don't know if this ever got a VHS release. If it did, they probably had that cut down in episodes. But yeah, this is I was going in, thinking, okay, this is going to be real interesting, which it was from the start. But then from there, they kind of just dropped the ball, and it gets pretty boring from there. Just a lot of talking and stuff, and they're not really taking the story forward. And by the time they start taking the story forward, you already have lost interest in it. At least according to me. I don't know if you guys ever seen Stephen King's Golden Years. But yeah, it definitely isn't my cup of tea. I was bored for the most part, and was wondering how's it going to end. And after I finished it, apparently there's like 2 endings to this series. Because when it originally aired on television, it ended on a cliffhanger. And I guess they wanted to turn it into like a full series, so it started out as a mini series, but they wanted to turn it into like a full on TV show. So maybe that could explain why there's so much less to offer in the 7-part miniseries. You know, because maybe they thought this thing was going to get picked up for like another season or something like that. But no, it ended on a cliffhanger, and then they end up, basically pulling the plug on the show. But if you got the DVD version of this, whether it's in a Stephen King box set or a standalone DVD, uh, it comes with the second ending, because the TV version ends on a cliffhanger. Well, you get a conclusive ending on the DVD version of Stephen King's The Golden Years. So that's something that I've learned that I didn't know before. You know, but if they would have just had this as like a one and done type of thing where they actually tried keeping the audience engaged through the 7-part miniseries, they probably would have a lot more to offer to the audience that's watching. Because, the premise started out good, him gaining reverse aging powers, and I'm wondering where they're going to take it next. The next one is just a bunch of filler content, a bunch of unnecessary dialogue, and by the time they actually tried taking the story forward, I was already losing interest just waiting for this thing to end. You know, but I am a fan of Stephen King. I I guess I've read some of his novels in the past. I used to own some of his books a long time ago. We're talking about like a decade or two ago and whatnot. But as far as this live action miniseries, it's really a nay for me. I don't know if it's a yay or a nay for you. You'll have to let me know and comment below. Did you guys watch Stephen King's Golden Years, whether when it first originally aired in 1991 on television, or you ever watch it on DVD? Is it in your Stephen King live action DVD and movie collection or Blu-ray collection, whatever format it's on? Did you guys like this 7-part miniseries? Because I liked the start of it, but then right when we got to the middle, it just seems like it just went downhill from there, and they didn't do anything with it. And by the time it starts getting engaging during the third act, I've already lost all interest. But yeah, if I were to grade, this 1991 miniseries, Stephen King's The Golden Years, I would have to get it. I'd have to give this miniseries grade a D. It's a solid D. It's not even worthy of being a C in my opinion. But yeah, it's really not worth my time in my opinion. I tried rewatching it multiple times thinking that I missed anything, and no, I kind of just got the same thing back. Kind of like when you watch a movie more than once, you might miss things, and then you rewatch second time, it's like, okay, now that makes more sense. But no, it just seemed like Stephen King's Golden Years is a very empty vessel, in my opinion. Maybe if they do like a remake or a reboot down the line, give this a more modern update and have it where you actually have your audience fully invested in it, maybe it could become a much better miniseries or even a live action movie if they choose to do that again, like past Stephen King properties, such as like Stephen King's It, and Stephen King's Pet Cemetery, and all these other ones that had a much newer aesthetic to them, for the current day and age. But yeah, I was like I said, I was highly disappointed in the series overall. Definitely, I'm a fan of Stephen King, but I'm not a fan of Stephen King's Golden Years. But yeah, that is my thoughts on Stephen King's Golden Years. Did you guys like Stephen King's Golden Years? Did you guys not like Stephen King's Golden Years, much like myself? Let me know and comment below if you want to see more content like this. I have a whole catalog of movie and TV show reviews you can check out here on the channel, as well as other similar content such as DVD and Blu-ray haul videos and unboxing videos and my fun and adventurous YouTube vlogs. So if you want to stick around for more, then make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys around for the next video. I got a day now. Peace.